The order of operations in math is to proceed from the inside out, reaching the final frontier after all the excess in between has been addressed. It is necessary to trust that all the calculations will work out. Have faith that when you get outside of the parentheses, everything will make sense. Divide, subtract, multiply, sectioning the problem into bite-sized bits, peeling the pieces apart, a sectioned clementine. You get to the peel last, but don't eat it. Parentheses, parenthetical. In English class, we're taught to tack on the parenthetical at the end of the sentence, pushed to the periphery, an afterthought, an aside, reduced to the end of sentence position. The great parentheses, defeated in English class by my teacher, who attacked wielding commas like throwing knives, hacking my poor parentheses to bits, unnecessary. We are taught to tell stories like we're writing to a point, ignoring the pigeons on the city's streets. We are told to tell stories in good faith. For example, the immigrants came to New York and thought that the streets were paved in gold, paving stones banged into place by sweaty backs. Pigeons are noble, elegant creatures, rats with wings. All immigrants are welcome in this country, but children are taught to fear men in turbans and pigeonhole them into a category called terrorists. They came on boats and they saw the Statue of Liberty first. Her feet are in chains. You used to be able to climb up to the Liberty's crown before the towers fell. God bless this country, our ideals, but in parentheses, hidden there, I know there's something else. When you look at a point, everything but the center blurs. And I'm learning to extend my fingers into the darkness and trust that something solid will respond to my touch. The blurring of the periphery, I'm told, is a property of our retinas. Faith is not something we talk about in church. My English teacher told me that you can tell if parentheses are necessary by taking bits out of the story. The non-vital bits that won't hurt if you cut them off. And if a sentence can still stand on its own, like a baby giraffe, wobbly but independent, then it's safe to sequester the rest of the sentence into two curling parentheses, nestled like a baby, like two parts of hair cut onto the barbershop floor. Tell kindergartners that terrorists fly planes. Watch them tremble as engines roar overhead. Put your carry-on liquids in a clear plastic bag, but cup your insides inside you because mental tangents and lost faith is not something that we pack into checked bags. Tattoo your last word onto the bottom of your foot, in parentheses of course, for safekeeping, in case the terror of a plane-induced apocalypse is near, or if you die in an airplane with only your carry-on bags and your feet stuffed into traveling shoes. I argue, dear teacher, that parentheses are necessary, but nasty things concealing fears and truths and ugly pigeons. Parentheses are places to hide. It's the last place they'd check. So store your last word, faith, inside two curling half circles, dried orange peels left on the sidewalk, food for the pigeons. And when they've taken everything else, and they will, turn over your foot and search for your last word, faith. It's there, living snugly in your socks.